What happens when a baking project goes awry? Can a little brother make things better, or will he just make a bigger mess? In a warm, bustling kitchen, 8-year-old Emily was focused on one mission: creating the best cupcakes ever for the school bake sale. She carefully lined up all her ingredients, her apron tied tightly, and a look of excitement glowing in her eyes. But just as she started measuring out flour, her little brother, 5-year-old Jake, bounded into the kitchen. Jake, with his bright smile and eagerness to be part of Emily's project, pleaded, "Can I help, Emily? Please?" He was hopping from one foot to the other, hands outstretched in anticipation. Emily looked at him, considering. She knew Jake meant well, but he was known for his clumsy hands and often left behind a trail of spills. Still, she thought, everyone deserves a chance. "All right, Jake," she sighed. "But be very, very careful. These cupcakes need to be perfect." Jake nodded with determination, his eyes shining as he eagerly jumped in to help. As Emily began measuring flour with Jake watching closely, disaster struck. With one sweep of his little hand, Jake accidentally knocked the entire bowl over. A white cloud of flour filled the air, settling over them both. Emily gasped as she stared at the mess covering the counter and themselves. Frustration bubbled up, and she cried out, "Jake! Now everything's ruined!" Jake's smile faded as he looked down, clearly sorry for the mess he'd caused. He shuffled his feet, whispering, "I'm really sorry, Emily. I just wanted to help." Emily sighed, seeing the disappointment in her brother's eyes. She thought about how much he looked up to her and how eager he'd been. She took a deep breath, calming herself. "All right, Jake. Mistakes happen. Let's clean up and start over, together." And with that, Emily and Jake got to work, side by side. As they swept the flour from the counter and floor, Emily guided Jake on how to carefully measure ingredients and crack eggs without making a mess. They even turned it into a game, counting aloud as they added each ingredient. With each task, Jake followed her lead, his face beaming with pride as he successfully completed each step. Emily couldn't help but smile, seeing how hard her brother was trying. They shared a laugh when Jake accidentally spilled a little milk, and Emily reassured him. "Don't worry, we'll get it right." Soon, the kitchen was filled with the delicious smell of freshly baked cupcakes. Emily and Jake carefully placed them on a cooling rack, admiring their hard work. Jake clapped his hands and grinned up at his sister. "We did it, Emily! They look amazing!" Emily nodded, feeling a warm sense of pride not just in the cupcakes, but in their teamwork. She patted Jake's shoulder. "We make a great team." At the school bake sale the next day, Emily and Jake set up their cupcakes on the table, arranging them neatly and adding a sprinkle of colorful decorations. When the bell rang, students and teachers flooded the tables, their eyes lighting up at the sight of Emily and Jake's cupcakes. They were a hit. One by one, their treats disappeared as people complimented the taste and asked for more. Jake looked up at Emily, his smile wide with pride. "We really did it, Em! Look at all these happy faces!" Emily laughed, hugging him. "Yes, Jake, we did it! Together." As they packed up their empty tray, Emily thought about how everything turned out even better than she had hoped. She had learned that with patience and a little love, even the messiest mistakes could turn into something wonderful. And as for Jake, he learned that with determination and a little guidance, he could accomplish great things. They left the bake sale, hand in hand, feeling grateful for the lesson they'd learned that day. In the end, Emily knew it wasn't just about the cupcakes they'd made, but the memories they'd shared and the sweet bond that had grown stronger between them. And so, that's the story of the Great Bake Off. A tale of teamwork, patience, and the magic that happens when we work together, even if it means a little flour ends up on the floor. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, hit that subscribe button, and share with a friend for more happy endings.
We're friends side by side. With love we'll turn the tide. Through every challenge, big or small, together we'll solve them all. We care and lend a hand, we'll make things better. better just as planned. Guaranteed to have a happy ending.